Come, so wake up, Will.
Starboard bow ahoy!
What is it, Slade?
Thought I heard something. Sounded like a bell.
Native fishermen, perhaps?
We're a reef marker, sir.
Mr. Callamy, the lead, if you please.
By the mark, 5 fathom.
5 fathom!
Sound and broken shell.
Sound and broken shell!
What is it?
2 points off the starboard bow, in the fog bank.
What was it? A sail?
I don't know what it was.
Should we beat to quarters?
I can't be certain.
You're officer of the watch. Holland, you must make a decision.
We shall beat to quarters!
Move along! Move along! Jump to it, boys! Jump to it! Jump to it, man! Right along there!
Morning, sir. Sighting in heavy fog.
Handsomely on the yard, take!
Top man along! Two boats up there! Lightly along there now! Get that cutter over the side now! Lively there!
Where away?
2 points off the starboard bow, sir. Not a mile distant.
You sure, Mr. Holland?
Yes, sir.
Man of war?
I don't know, sir. It was only for a moment. I thought I saw a shape.
Did you see it, Mr. Callamy?
No, sir.
Well, you did the right thing, Mr. Holland. Go to your stations. The deck's yours, Tom.
Sir.
Clear away! And long boat! Quit your dawdling!
You weren't the man! Put your
Pull away! Hold both your yards, Angle!
Strike the bell!
Down! All hands down! Down!
Hands to your station! Mr. Holler! Damage report, if you please! Put for that top, Bring up and recover that gear!
18 pounders.
Police, sir.
We're gonna have to get close to the Pokey's eye. Run out the starboard battery.
Aye, sir.
Mr. Allen, come up on the wind.
On the wind, sir.
Lay me alongside at pistol shot. Sharpshooters to the tops, Mr. Howard.
Aye, sir. Sergeant! Take your section into the main top.
Stand tall on the quarterdeck, son, all of us. Mr. Boyle, run up the colours.
Aye, sir.
Note to the log, Mr. Watt. Engaged enemy frigate at 6 bells. Straight at him, Mr. Mode.
Straight at him, sir.
Hell! Leave the bloody swords! Get the Captain Silver below!
She's not in range yet! Stand fast till she's close enough!
Close with him amidships!
Midships it is, sir!
For God's sake, don't drop anything!
Hold your position!
Hold your position! Courage now!
Hold steady, boys! Hold steady!
We'll serve him out!
Pulling, sir! Davies, Jemmy, get Mr. Pullings below!
Aye, sir!
Mr. Blakeney, pass the word for the captain!
Aye!
Clear the forward pinrail! More sound on the floor!
On the uproar! Fire! Keep them sprinting, Mr. Calaban!
Sir! To the taffrail!
The rudder's shot away! The steering don't answer, sir!
We're fishing a barrel. Why are we not firing? Let me through.
On the larboard bow, sir.
Bring up your small arm! Up you, Larry! Prepare to impound borders! Raise your weapons! I'll wait for the word!
Your orders, sir?
Hold the gun crews to deck. Rig man ropes over the stern and pull the boats in. Put us in that fog, Tom.
Pull together, then! Pull for the fog bank!
Run him out! Run him out!
She's opened up a seam!
fast rowing. Well done.
2 feet 6 inches, sir. And holding. Good work, Mr. Lamb.
Thank you, sir.
So, what's the butcher's bill?
9 dead, 27 wounded.
Your place.
He has a severely depressed fracture of the skull. I don't think he'll see on the night.
Lord Blakeney.
Just a broken arm, sir.
Well, you're in very good hands.
I'm doing everything I can. I know you were close to his father.
His father would have understood. He knew the life. His mother, however.
Let me take a look at that brow of yours.
Damn, he was good. He came out of nowhere. Hit us with a full broadside, cut across our tail and took out our rudder. Damn fine gunnery. He only slipped away because of the fog. Quite fortunate, really. He may have had the weather gauge, but we had the weather gods.
I have no idea precisely what it is you're talking about, but he did seem to come off rather well.
7 weeks sailing, and he happens in darkness on our exact position.
Well, the French have their spies in England and elsewhere, as do we.
Indeed. If he knew we were looking for him, he could have easily stood to sea and passed well clear.
Well, then perhaps he was looking for us.
Frigate. I tell you, if she was a frigate, then I am a Dutch.
It was an unfair match. There was no dishonour in it. No dishonour at all.
She's more like a ship of the line, a true dagger more than a frigate.
You have to wonder about the nature of her hull. Our shots wouldn't penetrate.
Triple shot it at 200 yards and our guns had no effect.
She had the weather gauge and a clear advantage in firepower.
What is the weather gauge?
Shall I show you again, Stephen? On the cloth. I mean, she had the wind in her favor. Therefore, control of the engagement.
And she had the longer guns, which meant she could hit us beyond our effective range.
The simple fact is we were soundly beaten.
Heavy frigate like that in the Pacific.
Could tip the balance of war in Napoleon's favor.
By comparison, the Surprise is a somewhat aged man of war. Am I not correct?
Would you call me an aged man of war, Doctor? The Surprise is not old. No one would call her old. She's a bluff bow, lovely lines. She's a fine seabird. Weatherly, stiff, and fast. Very fast if she's well handled. No, she's not old. She's in her prime.
Well, we can patch up the main and mizzen foresails too far gone, I'm afraid, so we'll bend our spare.
Mr. Lamb is confident with basic repairs we can get home as we are.
We're not going home.
But to refit, we need a port, and the Acheron may be still looking for us.
We can refit at sea. Here. We're at Shoals. As you said, Mr. Allen, she is taking the war to the South Seas, and We are supposed to stop her.
But, sir, with respect, she's a vastly heavier ship. She's out of our class. She could be halfway to Cape Horn by the time we repaired and underway.
Well then, there's not a moment to lose.
Finish reaming the new halliards?
Is it true about how they put the last stitch through your nose?
What do you mean?
Old Joe told me that when you die, they stitch you up in your hammock with the last stitch through your nose. Just to make sure you're not asleep. Not through the nose. You'll tell them.
It's all right. It's just the laudanum speaking. I've never seen a braver patient.
Oh, darling. Never mind. Soon have you fixed up.
Come on, I want good work now.
Only 2 men into the starboard fore channel. It's all right, Mr. Chadwick. That's nice work there. You'd never know.
That won't do. He's relaxed. Doesn't that one is stop.
This rudder's got to look like it's newly minted. You there.
Mr. Galloway, something might interest you here. Look, the captain carved that when he was a mid, no more than your age. He's known this ship man and boy. He says there's enough of his blood in the woodwork for the ship to almost be a relation.
I do understand your point, Mr. Allen. Your knowledge in these areas is beyond question. However, a week spent crawling through the Brazilian rainforest looking for a new mast simply will not do. The Acheron will be halfway to China. Mr. Lamb, as always, will do his best, which is all I can hope to expect from any man.
So?
So his brains, Doctor?
No, that's just dried blood. Those are his brains.
Physician he is. Ain't one of your common surgeons.
Can I have the coin, please? Sorry.
He wouldn't look at you for 110 guineas on land.
Only knows his birds and beasts. You show him a beetle, and he'll tell you what it's thinking.
Back to work, you loafers! Eckhart, use your pipe.
Let's get on with it, gentlemen, please. Back to work.
You're not a pennyweight, are you scorping here?
Still hasn't said a word, sir.
Lord Blakeney. Feeling better?
Much better, thanks, sir.
Well, good. Good. The doctor told me you were fond of reading, so I... It has all of his major battles in it, and some very fine illustrations.
Thank you, sir. Did you ever meet Lord Nelson, sir?
I had the honor and privilege of serving with him at the Nile, a great victory. You can find it in here, actually. Page 135, if I'm not mistaken. Yes.
May I beg you to tell me what kind of man he is?
You should read the book.
I will, sir. Thank you.
Scrape, scrape, screech, screech. Never a tune you could dance to. Not if you were drunk as Davy's sow.
How about this? Or are you in the mood for something more aggressive?
Salute. Hats off.
What's all this about? What's this?
It's the Phantom, sir. Excuse me, that's what the men call it. It's the Acheron, sir. You see, Will here, he's seen her being built.
In Boston, sir. During the peace. But she's Yankee built, sir.
You see, he was getting married there, and his wife's second cousin, he works in the yards. So Will here saw the ship out of water.
Sir, I saw there was something right strange about her, and so I asked Joe, and...
So he described it to me, and I knocked you up a model, sir.
This framing is accurate.
Exactly accurate, sir.
Thank you, lads.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Killick, an extra ration of rum for these men.
Thank you very much, sir.
I was saving for saluting day.
We'll drink wine.
I'll drink wine on saluting.
Bluff above the water and sharp below. Gives the hull a finer entry and a long run as she goes aft. That's why she's so fast. Heavier, but fast despite it. That's the future. What a fascinating modern age we live in. Planking and framing like that would make a hull, what, 2 foot thick solid oak? That's why we couldn't dent it. It's probably capable of making 12 to 14 knots. Now we know. Thank God for Wally and his wife's second cousin.
Well, she could be doing up to 280 miles a day.
Even if we did catch up with her, I mean, to take her, she's out of our class. She's a 44-gun ship.
She's still vulnerable at the stern, like the rest of us.
shot!
Gangway for the mail, please. Here we are. Very important mail letters. First ship bound for England. Do you understand?
Estava indo pela costa.
Sim, estava indo pela costa ao sul.
A large man of war French stopped here on the 10th and then headed south.
Meta grande.
Obrigado, senor. Obrigado.
Somewhere here. 3 weeks ahead. Damn. Right, Tom. Let's get all this squared away.
Aye, sir. Mr. Holler!
Aye, sir.
Let us complete our business here.
Prepare to weigh anchor. Put that woman down, slave. This is a ship of His Majesty's Navy, not a halting bordello.
Bring aloft there!
All hands, get these provisions stowed.
Well done. Gentlemen. To wives and to sweethearts.
Wives and sweethearts.
Hey, they never meet. Mr. Howard, the bottle stands by you, sir.
Sir? Excuse me, sir, but Mr. Blakeney said that you served under Lord Nelson at the Nile.
Indeed. I was a young lieutenant, not much older than you are now. Mr. Pullings was a snivelling midshipman, still yearning for hearth and home.
Did you meet him, sir? Can you tell me what he's like?
I have had the honor of dining with him twice. He spoke to me on both occasions. A master tactician and a man of singular vision.
He always said in battle, never mind the maneuvers, just go straight at him.
Some would say not a great seaman, but a great leader.
He's England's only hope if old Boney intends to invade.
Sir, might we press you for an anecdote?
The first time that he spoke to me, I shall never forget his words. I remember it like it was yesterday. He leaned across the table and looked me straight in the eye. And he said, "Aubrey, may I trouble you for the salt?" I've always tried to say it exactly as he did ever since. The second time he told me a story about how someone offered him a boat cloak on a cold night. And he said no, he didn't need it. He was quite warm. His zeal for king and country kept him warm. I know it sounds absurd, and were it from another man, you'd cry out, "Oh, what pitiful stuff," and dismiss it as mere enthusiasm. But with Nelson, you felt your heart glow. Wouldn't you say, Mr. Pullings?
You did indeed, sir. Well, then, he would seem to be the exception to the rule that authority corrupts.
To Lord Nelson?
To Lord Nelson.
To Lord Nelson. Lord Nelson.
Do you see those two weevils, Doctor?
I do.
Which would you choose?
Neither. There's not a scrap of difference between them. They're the same species of calculio.
If you had to choose, if you were forced to make a choice, if there was no other response
Well, then,
to...
if you're going to push me, I would choose the right-hand weevil. It has significant advantage in both length and breadth.
There, I have you. You're completely dished. Do you not know that in the service, one must always choose the lesser of two weevils?
He who would pun would pick a pocket.
The lesser of two weevils.
He said something. Doctor! He spoke, Doctor!
Well done, Duke Stevens.
To you Spanish ladies, farewell and adieu. To ladies of Spain, for we've received orders to sail for old England.
We hope in a short time to see you again.
What a wonderfully true voice Mr. Holland possesses.
Indeed.
Come all you bold young thoughtless men, a warning take by me, and never leave your happy homes to sail the raging sea.
On deck there! Sail home! Looks like a frigate!
The question is, how did he get there?
We have no alternative. We must turn and fight.
But he has the weather gauge again, don't
He
you
must
see?
be watching us from some inlet and waited till we passed.
My God, what can we do? He has us by the hip.
Run like smoke and oakum.
We'll have to bend every sail.
Put up our pocket handkerchiefs if we have to. We must survive this day. Let's get about it, Mr. Allen, gentlemen.
Aye, sir. All hands! Make sail!
This is the second time he's done this to me. There will not be a third.
I tell ya, the devil's at the wheel of that little phantom ship. You better hold fast.
What is it with this man? I kill a relative of his in battle, perhaps? His boy, God forbid?
He fights like you, Jack.
Bring the sun down to the horizon. When its lower limb is touching the horizon, Williamson, look to your sextant. The orb is no longer rising. Then it has reached its zenith. That would be noon.
Sir?
Mr. Pullings, could you make noon, Mr. Holland?
Yes, sir.
Call noon. It's your class.
Sir, that's noon.
Mr. Nichols, make that 12.
6 hours?
5 at most. Just keep us out of her reach until nightfall.
Look like those lads, don't forget. Jimbo, break past those nets. We didn't want to make it any taller, sir, on account of this wind.
Excuse me, sir, but what are they building?
Your first command.
Quickly now. Be on top. Take the weight on the yard. Bend her off. Bend her off. Lower away on the main.
Wouldn't want to lose you.
Yes, sir.
Ain't her boat. Pass her aft. Outside everything, boy.
Aye. We've got 10 minutes before he's up with us.
Back. I'm Captain.
More boys. That's it. On the good line. Line her up. Line her up.
Now Douse your light. Mr. Allen, make ready.
Hello. We caught a fish.
Take the helm, Bondon. Now tell me that wasn't fun. Hard to larboard! Stand the men down, Mr. Pullings. I'll take this watch.
Aye, sir. Mr. Mowat, Mr. Allen. Calmly now. You know the orders.
Well done, sir.
She's a right phantom, she is. Where'd she come up again, right behind us like that? Out of nowhere. Right behind us. Like that first time out of fog. We're all shot bouncing off her.
Captain's not called Lucky Jack for no reason. Phantom or no, she's a privateer. And Lucky Jack will have her.
Need more than luck against the Phantom.
Is she like a pirate?
No, they're not pirates, Lofty.
Oh, no. If they were, we could hang them when we catch them.
Privateer gets a piece of paper from the Frenchies. Says they can hunt down anything that bears our flag. They go after rich merchantmen and the like. Hey, but think on our share of the prize money. She'll be loaded with gold and ambergris and all the gems of Araby.
It's all very well, Nego. Got to get home to spend it, but never met a dead man who bought me a drink.
And I've never met a live one, and you bought one for now.
Sitting up all night catching your desert cold. It's the last of the coffee, too.
Thank you, Killick. Bondon. That's enough easting. Set a course south-southwest.
Aye, sir. South-southwest.
Sail! 2 points off starboard bow!
I told you.
Lucky Jack!
Wow, you got away before me!
Set rows and courses.
Sir.
Have the idlers placed along the rails.
Sir. In all my years, I've never seen the like. It has to be more than 100 sea miles, and he brings us up on his tail. That's seamanship, Mr. Pullings. My God, that's seamanship.
I told her the plan would work well.
Thank God you're right.
We'll have them by nightfall, I'd say.
I think we've got him, sir.
And the wind favours us this time.
Don't count your eggs before they're in the pudding, Mr. Callamy. Still, if we can close this gap and get up behind her, she may well be ours. Touch wood. Scratch a stay. Turn 3 times. May the Lord Saint preserve!
Move along, man, move along! We'll have locked in before you ring it up!
12 knots, sir!
That's 12 knots. That's good. I want more. Have all the spare hands
on the windward rail.
Mr. Holler!
Aye, sir.
Round up the off watch. All hands on starboard rail! Come up the larboard stroke, please!
Cracking off presently if you don't watch it! No, Captain knows this ship! He knows what you can take!
Mr. Holler! Mr. Holler, I want lifeline! Fore and aft! No lounging, boy!
Lifeline! Fore and aft! Double right aloft!
Cape Horn, Doctor!
Close the bloody lid! There's enough water in the grog as it is!
Yes, thank you for that, Davies.
Do you reckon the captain will keep following him round the horn? Every stitch of canvas flying.
Hey, I reckon he'd follow him to the gates of hell if he had to.
It's a devil's ship, I tell ya. It's leading us right into a trap.
She's making a run for the horn, sir.
I'll not vouch for this, master! Not around the horn!
Thank you, Mr. Lamb. Your comments will be noted in the log. Sail trimmers to their station! Get the sails up, lads! She's over the rack!
Get them a forward belay!
Closing on it, Tom. I'll not give up now. Come up on the wind, Barrett. Set a course southwest by west.
Southwest by west, sir.
Mr. Callamy! Idlers and wasters below!
Back for the horn, boys!
Taking it in a scream!
it loose! It's going to sink us! Sir! He's going to make it! He can do it! Come on, Will! Come on! Hand over hand! For God's sake, Will! Swim! Swim for the wreckage, Will! Over she goes!
That's it again.
Who's that then?
The Joan.
What's that?
The deaths in actual battle are the easiest to bear. For my own part, those who die under my knife or from some subsequent infection, I have to remind myself that it was the enemy that killed them, not me. That young man was a casualty of war. As you said yourself, you have to choose the lesser of two evils.
Evils? The crew will take it badly. Wally was popular. Have they expressed any feelings on the matter to you?
Jack, before answering, I'm compelled to ask, am I speaking with my old friend? Or to the ship's captain? You see, to the ship's captain, I'd say there's little I detest more than an informer.
Now you're talking like an Irishman.
Well, I am an Irishman.
Well, as a friend.
As a friend, I would say that I have never once doubted your abilities as a captain.
Speak plainly, Stephen.
Perhaps we should have turned back weeks ago. The men, of course, they would follow Lucky Jack anywhere, rightfully confident of victory. But therein lies the problem. You're not accustomed to defeat. And chasing this larger, faster ship with its long guns is beginning to smack of pride.
question of pride or anything like. Just a question of duty.
Duty. Right, yes, I believe I've heard it well spoken of.
Well, you can be as satiric as you like. Viewing the world through your microscope is your prerogative. This is a ship of war, and I will grind whatever grist the mill requires in order to fulfill my duty.
Whatever the cost.
Whatever the cost.
To follow orders with no regard for cost. Can you really claim there's nothing personal in this call to duty?
Orders are subject to the requirement of the service. My orders were to follow as far as Brazil. I exceeded my orders a long time ago.
The wind's backing, sir! Sir! Just can't hold this westerly course any longer.
Can't sail through the damn wind, Tom. We'll bloody well sail around it. Due south.
How far south, sir?
As far as is necessary, Mr. Pullings.
Aye, sir.
Lively! Due south, please, Mr. Bonder.
Due south, sir!
Heave! Steady!
Something terribly nautical and fascinating just happened. I had a loss.
We have made our turn northward. My dear doctor, we're headed back toward the sun.
To the sun!
To the sun! Oh, and by way of anticipation of this event, I have asked Killick to prepare something special. Killick! Killick there.
I'm already here, anyway.
Gentlemen, I give you our destination.
It's the Galapagos Islands.
The Galapagos Islands.
Our whaling fleet is there. And their cargo would put a pretty penny into old bones of past invasion purse. That's where the Acheron will be. Sure as there's carts to horses. So, Mr. Pullings, if you'll permit me, a slice of Albemarle. And for you, Doctor, Redondo Rock.
Perfect.
And the Acheron for me.
Safe and sound at home again. Let the waters roar, Jack. Safe and sound at home again. Let the waters roar, Jack.
Long we tossed on the rolling main. Now we're safe ashore, Jack. Don't forget your old shipmates. Rally-oh.
We have worked the self-same gun, quarter-deck division. Sponge your eye and loader you through the whole commission.
Long we tossed on the rolling main. Now we're safe ashore, Jack. Don't forget your old shipmates. Rally-oh.
Las Encantadas. The Enchanted Isles. They're said to be full of strange and wonderful beasts.
When we get there, we'll have to stop for food and water. I promise you during that time, several days at least, you can wander at will, collecting bugs and beetles to your heart's content. You'll be the first naturalist to set foot on the islands, I'll wager.
I would like that of all things.
Is this an insect?
Yes.
It doesn't look like one. Like, it looks like a stick.
Yes, that's the whole point. It's disguised itself in order to survive. See, there's a spider. It's disguised itself as an ant. And here's an insect. It's taken on the shape of a thorn to save itself from the birds.
Did God make them change?
Does God make them change? Yes, certainly. But did they also change themselves? Now that is a question, isn't it?
So we've raced the Galapagos!
I'm coming!
Look! Beyond the rock.
Yes, I see. What is it? Curious, eh? Some type of gull? There's an ugly devil.
Disgusting. It's got warts all over it.
Ugly devils, aren't they?
Well, we can't see any women, just lots of ducks and lizards.
What? Women? Hey, natural. How extraordinary.
What is, sir?
Those birds, they're a species of cormorant, but they appear to be flightless. Do you see their underdeveloped wings? By almost wholly, I think that's unknown to science.
The dragons don't seem to bother them.
No, they're a type of iguana, I should think, and therefore they're vegetarian.
Will you catch one?
A pair of them, I should think. And then you can present one of their offspring to the king.
Ooh, look, there's one going for a swim.
Iguanas don't swim, they're land animals.
These ones do.
Well, I'll be damned. 2 new species in as many minutes. That's remarkable.
All hands about ship! Off tacks and sheets! Prepare the mainsail haul!
Aubrey.
Hogg, master of the Albatross. God bless you, Captain. God bless you all.
Higgins. Mr. Calamay, food and water for these men.
Aye, sir.
Mr. Howard, stand your men down.
Roll the reeds! Trail! Arms!
We was coming back for fresh lines no more than a week ago. Hid in that inlet yonder. Buried our bloody ship to the waterline. Fucking pirates. Crew prisoner, captain dead. She was a big black three-master. Break your heart, it would. £12,000 still in the finest grade oil they took. We've been out more than 2 years, see?
And your course?
Maybe a point south of west, following the rest of the fleet.
Mr. Pullings.
Sir?
Enter these men's names into the ship's books. Mr. Allen, set a course. West by south.
All hands! Make sail!
Sir, should we not take on fresh provisions? Those tortoises would make very good eating.
Mr. Mowat, there's not a moment to lose.
On your braces then, let's go and haul!
Jack? Have you forgotten your promise?
Sir, Subject to the requirements of the service. I could not nor conscience delays for the sake of an iguana or a giant peccary. Fascinating, no doubt, but of no immediate application.
There is, I think, an opportunity here to serve both our purposes, as I understand it. This is a long, thin island. You need to sail around it in order to continue your voyage. I could walk across it. I'd be on the other side.
Stephen, I have known you to spend hours staring into a deserted bird's nest.
I could walk briskly, pausing only to take the most important measurements, certainly making valuable discoveries that could help advance our knowledge of natural history.
If wind and tide had been against us, I should have said yes. They're not. I'm obliged to say no.
Oh, I see. I see. So after all this time in your service, I must simply content myself to form part of this belligerent expedition. Hurrying past inestimable wonders bent solely on destruction, I shall say nothing of the corruption of power or its
forget
corrupt-
yourself, Doctor.
No, Jack, no. You've forgotten yourself. You see, for my part, I look upon a promise as binding.
Promise was
and it never occurred to me until
I command a
today
king's
that
ship,
you were
not a
of
private
the
yacht.
same opinion.
We do not have time for your damned hobbies, sir!
But those were
Loose down there.
It's a bedlam, ain't it? Down to the galley, please. Davies, don't leave them there. I said get them below.
Mr. Blakeney?
So I found a curious beetle walking on the deck. I think it's a Galapagos beetle.
Unsure of it.
Were you to walk all day on the island, you might never come across it.
Yes, that is more than likely, sure.
You can have it, sir.
Mr. Blakeney. Thank you.
So.
2 minutes and 1 second, sir! Lads, that's not good enough. We need to fire 2 broadsides to her 1. You want to see a guillotine in Piccadilly? No! You want to call that raggedy arse Napoleon your king? No! You want your children to sing the Marseillaise? No! Mr. Mort, Mr. Pullane, starboard battery! Jump to it, lads! Patience and rhythm!
Quickly to it!
Mark your targets!
Come on, lads! Faster now!
Come on, swap it! Keep up with your Report, Mr. Mort!
3rd and 4th Divisions ready, sir!
Right! Starboard battery! Fire!
Seconds!
Well done, lads. Extra ration of grog for all of you.
And wait for the captain, lads!
Marked improvement, Mr. Calamate. Well done.
Thank you, sir.
Kill it! Kill it down!
What do you have for us tonight?
Which is soused og's face.
Eh?
Which it is soused og's face.
My favourite.
Surprise will blow her to kingdom come.
One more week of this and I'll gladly give it all up for the price of a cup of clean
I can't make it rain. I can harness the wind, but I ain't its goddamn creator. I have never known such a run of bad luck.
I said unto him, for what caused the evil?
Where'd that come from?
It's from the Bible, that.
What?
That is from the Bible, the story of the Jonah. They found out on their ship that one of their men, this Jonah Cove, he'd offended God and was the cause of all their bad luck.
Evil comes from him who evil thinks, and evil is.
No, Joey knows a thing or two about evil. Yeah. From personal experience, right?
It's like Killick says. Morning of the battle, he doesn't have the guts to beat to quarters. Then his entire gun crew's killed, except for him. As soon as he went up the mizzen, Will falls. And whose watch was it when we lost our wind?
Why haven't you finished all this, Gardner? Been at it after.
You there! Stand fast! Master at arms, take that man below and clap him in irons.
Aye, sir.
Mr. Pullings, defaulters at 8 bells.
Aye, sir.
Bring Holland down to my cabin. The man pushed past you without making his obedience, yet you said nothing. Why?
I intended to, sir, but the right words just didn't...
The right words? He was deliberately insubordinate.
I've tried to get to know the men, sir, and be friendly, but they've taken a set against me. Always whispering when I go past and giving me looks. I'll set that to rights, sir. I'll be much tougher on them from now on.
You don't make friends with the foremost Jack's lad. They'll despise you in the end, think you weak. Nor do you need to be a tyrant.
No, sir. I'm very sorry, sir.
You're what, 26, 27?
I'm 30 next Friday, sir.
30. You failed to pass for lieutenant twice. I know your habits. You're not a bad sailor. You have the knowledge. You can't spend the rest of your life a midshipman.
No, sir. I will try much harder, sir.
Look, Holland. It's leadership they want. Strength. Now, you find that within yourself. And you will earn their respect. Without respect, true discipline goes by the board.
Yes, sir. Strength, respect, and discipline, sir.
Well, it's an unfortunate business, Hallam. Damned unfortunate. That'll be all. I am not a flogging.
In my opinion, Holland has become a scapegoat for all the bad luck, real or imagined, on this voyage. Nagel is no more or less
Mr. Lamb,
than any other crew.
if you please.
They're exhausted, Jack. These men are exhausted. You've pushed them too hard.
Stephen, I invite you to this cabin as my friend. Not to criticize nor to comment on my command.
Well, should I leave you until you're in a more harmonious frame of mind?
What would you have me do, Stephen?
Tip the ship's grog over the side.
Stop their grog.
Nagel was drunk when he insulted Holland. Did you know that?
Stop 200 years of privilege and tradition. I'd rather have them 3 sheets to the wind on occasion than have a mutiny on my hands.
You see, I'm rather understanding of mutinies. Men pressed from their homes, their chosen occupations, confined for months aboard a wooden prison.
Stephen, I profoundly respect your right to disagree with me here in this cabin, but I can only afford one rebel on this ship. I hate it when you talk of the service in this way. It makes me so very low. Do you think I want to flog Nagel? A man who stood beside me on the gunwale and hacked the ropes that sent his mate to his death, under orders. Under my orders. Do you not see it? The only things that keep this little wooden world together are hard work, discipline.
Jack, the man failed to salute.
For God's sake, Stephen, there's hierarchies even in nature, as you've often said yourself.
There is no disdain in nature. There is no humiliation.
Men must be governed. Often not wisely, I will grant you, but they must be governed nonetheless.
That's the excuse of every tyrant in history. From Nero to Bonaparte. And I, for one, am opposed to authority.
Your opposition is not my concern.
Misery and oppression.
You've come to the wrong shop for anarchy, brother.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Cut him down.
Oh, put that dirt down.
Okay, Mr. Hunt.
He's not ill, he's just dodging work as usual. And you know it, Blakely.
Shut up!
You shut up!
Just leave him be! Sir, it's Mr. Holland.
There's nothing physically wrong with him. He thinks he's been cursed.
Sailors can abide a great deal, but not a Jonah.
My God, you believe it too?
Not everything is in your book, Stephen.
It's imminent. Jonah.
was in it. He's calling it up, don't you see? Every time he's on watch, that ship appears. You wait and see. Anytime tonight, that ghost ship's gonna turn up. It's gonna take us all with it, straight down to the odd place.
Mr. Holland, you gave me such a start. You feeling better now?
Yes. Much better, thank you.
Captain thinks we'll get our win tomorrow.
I'm sure of it. You've always been very kind to me. Goodbye, Blakeney.
The simple truth is, not all of us become the men we once hoped we might be. We are all God's creatures. If there are those among us who thought ill of Mr. Holland, spoke ill of him, or failed him in respect of fellowship, then we ask for your forgiveness, Lord. And we ask for his. God be praised. Mr. Moat?
Doctor, have you seen a bird that's following us?
What sort of bird?
Some sort of albatross.
Really?
Either that or he's a prodigious great mew. There it goes.
It's my bird. My blacktail.
Oh, it's such an act!
Doctor? My God, Doctor! Doctor! So sorry, man. The bird dropped low. I didn't see you.
Calamy,
Aye, sir.
get Higgins.
The bullet took in a piece of shirt with it. Unless it's removed, it's going to suppurate and fester.
Are you equal to the task?
Well, I'll need to read up on the doctor's books, like study some pictures he has.
Study some pictures.
It's just to get my bearings, that's all. Well, it'd be a lot easier if we're on dry land. You know, you wouldn't have a... I'll manage, you'll see.
Sail on the horizon, sir. Running west. We're not sure, but we think it's her, sir. Bye, sir.
No mistaking it. She's a Frenchie.
Shall we beat a quarter, sir?
Sir.
Tell me this wasn't on my account.
Not at all. I just needed to stretch my legs. Gently there.
Secure this line. Royal Marines posted every 20 yards.
All set, Higgins?
Yes, sir.
No. I do this with my own hand.
If everything is under control, as long as you don't need anything, I'll just be outside.
A spare pair of steady hands won't go amiss. That is if, of course, you have the constitution for this kind of thing.
My dear doctor, I've been amongst and around wounds all my life.
Oh, good then. Put your hand on my belly. Press him firmly when I give the word. Higgins. Catling, if you please. Dean, please. Sound of Mr. Higgins. Swab. stay in. You'll have to raise a rib. Take a good grip with the square retractor. Right in. And lift up. Lift up. Swap track, I can't see. Are you all right? Downward pressure. Is that all of it?
Aye, sir. She'll patch up nicely.
That's good.
Sir! Biddy and I have been doing some collecting for you.
Have you really?
The beetles each come with a specimen of the plant they were found on. Biddy, that one's got away. So I've made a few notes if you want to see them.
Well, Mr. Blakeney, it would appear that you have the makings of a naturalist.
Well, sir, perhaps I could combine them to be a sort of fighting naturalist, like you, sir.
They don't combine too well, I find. Right.
Should you really be getting up, sir?
Mr. Blakeney, are you also a doctor?
No, sir.
No, you're not. Padine, if you please. Oh. How long does the captain intend that we stay? Do you know?
Oh, a week perhaps.
A week?
There's no great hurry.
Mustn't we make haste for
I'm
the
not even sure
Marquesas?
it was the Acheron we sighted. And if it was, she'd be well away by now, like looking for an honest man in Parliament. No, we shall head home before peace breaks out with France, God forbid.
Jack, I fear you may have burdened me with the debt I can never fully repay.
Posh. Name a shrub after me. Something prickly and hard to eradicate.
A shrub? Nonsense, I'll name a great tortoise after you. Testudo aubre. Come on, pack up your things, we should be going.
Right. To camp, sir?
No, to the other side of the island.
But, sir, there must be at least 10 miles.
Well, then there's not a moment to lose. That's where I saw my flightless cormorant, Mr. Blakeney. Come on! "7 inches in length, 4 inches wide, 15 inches long neck. Width at the widest point, 6 inches. Hadeen, put the net down and use your hands. They won't bite.
Here's a good one.
Pick them up carefully.
Sir, I think we should be getting back.
Naval discipline doesn't operate out here, Mr. Blakeney. I must find that cormorant. And should it indeed prove flightless, you can join me at the Royal Society dinner as co-discoverer. Mr. Blakeney!
So we must hurry. Eugene, you must carry him. Put those down. Leave them. Just put everything down.
Open the cages.
Let's have hands to secure these tortoises! Speed! Arabunda, put your helm hard to starboard!
Well, let's see. He has a head start of 2 hours on us and he's bearing south. That can only mean King Charles Island. He's looking for water, I'd say.
If we caught up with her, I mean, to take her, we'd have to be bloody invisible.
So, Stephen, did you get to see your bird?
No, well, yes, but I couldn't catch one. No, my greatest discovery was your phantom.
Indeed it was. I'm sorry you had to leave the majority of your collection behind, Stephen.
In actual fact, Mr. Blakeney and I did make one very interesting find.
Is that right? Let me guess. A stick?
Tell him about it, Mr. Blakeney.
It's a rare phasmid, sir.
A phasmid?
It's an insect that disguises itself as a stick in order to confuse its predators.
A nautical phasmid, Doctor. At least to a hungry eye. One has an appetite for whalers. I intend to take a greater interest in the bounty of nature from now on.
Really?
Yes. I had no idea that a study of nature could advance the art of naval warfare.
Oh, I see.
Now to pull this predator in close and spring our trap.
Jack,
Yes.
you're the predator.
There. Hold down. Broad off the larboard bow. That's our frigate, all right.
Damn, you've got good eyes, Barrett.
Mr. Allen!
Aye!
More smoke!
Aye, sir!
That'll bring him about.
That's it, lads. Clean them up so they fly straight and true. Let's have fresh splints in all the locks. Larboard battery, unship your rear wheels.
Drop the gun!
Come on, Killick, you two, get dressed. Tom?
Preparations are completed, sir.
Good. Right, from now on, no serves, no salutes, no whistles, no bells.
Aye, sir. Yes, I think we're all finding that quite difficult.
There'll be 30 or more whalers locked in the Acheron's hold somewhere. After we board, Mr. Calloway should take a small party below decks and free them.
You think I'm ready, sir?
Are you ready, Tom? He may well turn the tide.
Indeed, sir.
She's taking the bait. Let's come about. Make a show of fleeing, panicky and disorganized, like a whaler might. Present company accepted, Mr. Hogg.
Hands to your station!
Hurry up or they'll see you. They can't leave that, that's fine. Just come up here quick and get some whaler slots.
Congratulations, Peter. Acting third lieutenant.
Thank you.
I hear we're to free the whalers.
You're to be stationed on the quarterdeck. I'm sorry, Will.
Come off onto a broad reach. Make a bad show of keeping your course. Let her run up and luff every now and then.
Aye, sir.
Excuse me, sir.
Remove your hat, Blakeney. The whalers here.
May I speak with you, sir?
Yes, yes.
Mr. Callamy says I'm not on the boarding party. I wanted to say that
I know what you want to say. My answer is no. You'll lead your gun crew, and then when we board, you'll take command of the ship from here on the quarterdeck. Do I make myself clear?
Take command of the ship. Thank you, sir.
Back to your station.
Sir.
On your right upper arm to tell friend from foe. Davies, put this on. Starboard arm, right arm.
The arm you got, the arm you don't got.
Right, less of that cheek, Davies. Take your neckcloths and put them round your right upper arm.
Make way for the captain.
Congratulations, Lieutenant.
Right, lads.
Now, I know there's not a faint heart among you. And I know you're as anxious as I am to get into close action. But we must bring him right up beside us before we spring this trap. That will test our nerve. And discipline will count just as much as courage. The Acheron is a tough nut to crack. More than twice our guns, more than twice our numbers. And they will sell their lives dearly. Topman, your handling of the sheets to be lubberly and un-Navy-like, until the signal calls for you to spill the wind from our sails. This will bring us almost to a complete stop. Gun crews, you must run out and tie down in double quick time. With the rear wheels removed, we've gained elevation. But without recoil, there will be no chance to reload. So gun captains, that gives you one shot from the larboard battery. One shot only. You'll fire for her mainmast. Much will depend on your accuracy. However, even crippled, she will still be dangerous. Like a wounded beast. Captain Howard and the Marines will sweep their weather deck with swivel gun and musket fire from the tops. They'll try and even the odds for us before we board. They mean to take us as a prize. And we are worth more to them undamaged. Their greed will be their downfall. England is under threat of invasion. And though we be on the far side of the world, this ship is our home. This ship is England. So it's every hand to his rope or gun, quick's the word and sharp's the action. After all, surprise is on our side.
Pass them high so they can see them, lads.
Hello, Doctor.
Jack? Care for a cigar?
Thank you, no.
If you please, Doctor.
I took the liberty, Doctor. Thank you,
Oh,
Gillick.
thank you, Jack.
There's 3 lumps in there.
I'll cover.
Good luck, Will.
Good luck, Peter.
See you afterwards.
And you.
Steady now, lads. Keep calm.
English Weller, Siren. This is Acheron.
Barrett?
Sir?
You have no possibility, no chance, but you have had warning. Stop now, or we will destroy your ship. English Weller, this is your last warning. Stop now, or we will destroy you.
Let fly! Let fly! Hold your yards! Run out, boys! Fire! Fire! And you! For the mainland land! Right ahead, sir! Send the topsail! It's the fallen mast! We can't lay alongside!
Take a party and cross the wreckage as best you can. I'll draw their fire forward.
My divisions to join Mr. Pulley! Three-web topsail! Three-web! Reserve for Lucky Jack!
Grappling hooks away! Pull out the board and fight!
My division, follow me!
For England! For home! And for the prize!
Here we go, lads!
Silence!
Looks like the job is done, sir.
Now, sir, have they struck their colours?
I believe so, sir.
Is the captain inside?
Not yet, sir.
Carry on.
Aye, sir. l'infirmerie.
Docteur? Docteur?
Oui.
Docteur Deligny, monsieur. I did what I could for him. Before the Captain died, he said I was to give you this.
No. I'll do it. Can you help me?
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. Robert Gardner, able seaman. James Lloyd, boatswain's mate. Robert Kemp, able seaman. John Antonio, quartermaster's mate. Michael Doodle, able seaman. Joseph Nagel, carpenter's mate. John Allen, sailing master. Peter Miles Callamy, lieutenant. We therefore commit their bodies to the deep, to be turned into corruption, looking for the resurrection of the body when the sea shall give up her dead, and the life of the world to come. Through our Lord Jesus Christ. Amen.
It's our old friend.
Sir, the whalers are all aboard, and that's the last detachment of Marines.
Good, good. I think I shall return to the Galapagos. Take on some food and water and give the doctor a few days to find his bird.
Very good, sir.
You, however, shall take the Acheron south to Valparaiso. Parole the prisoners there, refit as necessary, and we shall rendezvous in Portsmouth. I believe Mr. Hogg would be a good choice for sailing master, however. That will be your decision, Captain Pullings. Your orders.
Thank you, sir.
Godspeed, Tom.
And to you, sir.
Mr. Mowat.
With pleasure, sir.
Good luck to you.
Thank you, Doctor.
Good luck, Tom.
See you in Portsmouth.
Now, lads.
Tom. Thank you.
Huzzah for Captain Pullings! Hip hip! Huzzah! Hip hip! Huzzah! Hip hip! Huzzah!
Good luck, sir.
Good luck, sir.
Good luck, Captain.
Give you joy, Captain.
Come up half a fathom on the main scanner sheet. Nicely done. Now leave it.
Here we go again.
Killick! Killick there!
Which it will be ready when it's ready.
I'll rest easier when I know they've reached shore. So many wounded. Only that poor unfortunate Higgins to tend to them. Still, he's better than no doctor at all.
I met that doctor. I spoke to him.
No, he died of fever months ago.
Divini.
Ah.
Pass the word for Mr. Mowat.
Yes, sir. Mr. Mowat to the great cabin.
Their doctor gave me this sword.
Sir.
Mr. Mowat, change of course. Southeast by east. We'll intercept the Acheron and we'll escort them into Valparaiso.
Aye, sir. Southeast by east.
And William?
Sir?
Beat to quarters.
Very good, sir.
Subject to the requirements of the service.
Well, Stephen, the bird's flightless.
Yes.
It's not going anywhere.